a viewer asked, why haven't you covered Grand Seiko? Well, here we are with the Grand Seiko Green Birch, which is already crawling towards the term grail watch for many watch lovers. Questions are now, is it really worth the price? What's so special here and what means boutique online exclusively? I will give you my take on all those questions, but first let's go over the specifications. We have an automatic watch with a date function. Case diameter is 40 mm, height 11.7, lock-to-lock length 47 and lock width 22. Until now very contemporary except the large bracelet. We have a sapphire crystal, a screw-down crown, and the watch is waterproof up to 100 meters. Anti-magnetic case, and inside works the caliber 9SA5 with a high beat frequency and a power reserve of 80 hours. So let's begin with the dial. The Evolution 9 series started in January this year with the white birch, inspired by the birch forest around the production site in Shizukuishi, Japan. You see there the structure of the tree bark in white, which gave me the impression of something from Siberia or Tibet, to be honest, the legibility of a snowstorm. But now Grand Seiko has presented the first images of a green version, green birch, with a lovely contrast between color and steel. We all know that green has the potential to look pretty weird. I don't want to mention a frog, but this green here looks amazing, very dark and rich. The other elements on the dial, hands, bolt indices, date window, are not really new, but they work. Again, contrast between that green and the high polished facets are just great. You don't have to change everything every time, right? In fact, that's something I like with Grand Seiko. You see in this modern watch still the signs of the legendary 44 GS from 1967. You see this Seiko speciality to combine rather sharp edges to an entity that looks elegant and refined. I mean, take this lock here, alone, staring at you. With those planes it looks more like a spaceship in a manga cartoon than a fine watch part. But it is, and it works. It creates what I stressed before as wonderful, when a watch presents itself from every angle in a different light, so that you're not bored after a while. By the way, why these 22 mm lug width? I think the only reason for this is to maintain the classic proportion between bracelet and watch head. Older Grand Seikos came with only 38 mm diameter, which of course is big for a 60s watch. And now let's speak about value. The watch costs around 9 grand, so we must find something special here in every corner. And we do. Movement, top-notch construction with its 36,000 beats and a big investment in decoration. You can put it next to an El Primero and they will like each other. The bracelet, also top-notch, especially the clasp here. These are press images, so the polishing looks like not from this world, but we can expect a similar image in real life, I think. And then comes a row of other features like the sapphire, which overlaps the bezel, for example. Next question, what means boutique online exclusively? This is just the most pretentious way thinkable to say the watch is only available online. At least a Seiko AD in Frankfurt, Germany confirmed that. Either way, the watch will be available first in September this year for the mentioned big money. You may notice that I'm sneaking right now away from the question, is the watch worth the price tag? I'd love to say yes or no with strictly logical arguments, but I'm afraid collecting watches is not always connected to logic. And that said, let me close this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much and see you next Monday to Watch of the Week.